So today I thought I'd share with you guys the second styling on this juniper tree. And if you remember seeing it in the past, it was from a £20 juniper challenge, and as you can see it's grown out a fair bit. But we're just going to remove this rock and just remove some of the debris that it's collected over the past year. But we're also going to have to be working on this Shari here. As you can see, it's all weathered beautifully. But we're going to make a start on cutting this back and removing all the nooks and crannies and anything we don't want that's going to be part of the design, like this big piece here. And you can't really see here, but the amount of new buds and growth it's started to put on is unbelievable for this tree. And there's so much work, I just wish I had extra help. And it's not all scissor work, some of it just simply comes off with your fingers. It's normally the newer growth that comes off easily like that. And now, before we begin the wiring on the tree, we really need to get to work on this Shari. So what we're going to do is reopen the old wound as best as we can, and I'm using a grafting knife to do this, but it's still very sharp and it does the job lovely. A bit of blowtorch just to remove some of the little straggly bits. And now for the horrible stuff, lime sulphur. This is a very old bottle and it does not improve with age, but as you can see I'm using a little sponge brush here. I have found that these really help you to get in the nooks and crannies, and it also helps prevent it dripping everywhere. And now to start the wiring. Now conveniently I've got these wire hooks at the bottom of my table to make it easily accessed, but we're going to work our way from the bottom of the tree and start bending the branches in the shape as we wire. And of course there's still some bits that needs to come off as we do this process. It's just sod's law. Now I have found when building pads it's easier to push some branches together and then out again here, and it's just really practicing what fits, trial and error as we go along. Working our way up, I have come across this awkward branch here, and I feel that would work a lot better as a gin, so we're going to go ahead and remove all this foliage. And I've misplaced my gin pliers, but a regular pair of pliers will do well. And here we are. Now it does need to come down a little bit So we're going to use a guy wire just to pull it across with a bit of rubber tubing to protect the bark on the other branch. A little twist, and there we are. And then we also got this straggly one behind here, and it just needs to come off. It's never going to last no matter how much we treat it. And we're going to gin this other branch also. And now we're just using a different method to remove the bark, a little twist on the scissors, and it easily comes off with your fingers. And there we go, looking a lot more cleaner, and we can go back to the wiring and building this apex up here. So a quick look at the work done so far, and it's starting to come together. But there is still some little bits, awkward bits like this one, that still needs to come off as we go along. And now what to do with these top pieces? So here we are, finished for this year in this tree. It's going to be left to grow for another season. What I'm liking about it now is that I've managed to build the apex up here just by bending some branches back and then out again. We've got the start of the pad development going all the way down. We've created some extra gins, and we've also removed one here to make it look more fitting, because the little straggly one there, it just won't last no matter how long you treat it. But it is definitely on the road to becoming a nice looking Juniper Bonsai. Procumbens Nana, of all trees. Eventually it is going to come out of this pot and be put into a nice slab. But anyway, catch you in the next one.